The only piece of drain there is so far, it's that drain here, just sitting on a corner of the house, hoping that it will take away some water from around the house. But first, it being installed over the footing and not beside. Second, it's full of mud, clay, gravel, name it. There's no gravel over it, so it being backfilled with clay. So a couple of weeks after it being installed, it was already clogged and sealed by the clay, so there was no water whatsoever getting in that drain, which installed like that was not effective anyway. Just an update here, guys. I've digged this old Sunday and we are Tuesday, so it's been 2 days, and I have about 12 inches of water in that hole. It didn't rain at all, not at all, not a single drop. So the only place that water can come from, it's under the house, because the rest of the lawn, it's drained by, there's a 2 feet deep ditch here, so all the water is drained on that direction. So that water only comes from that under the house. But already shown you when I dig it originally that it was leaking from under the footing. Yes, that's from under the house, as well as all this water. We'll start digging to install drain. Max is doing the biggest job. I'm just cleaning the side of the footing with the shovel, because as you can see, the footing is all messed up, so we cannot do a clean job, because obviously I don't want him to break the footing. So I'm cleaning up the mess, but it will only go on the right way from now on, at least, even if I don't install a drain just yet. If it's raining, or even as is right now, the water will exit the crawl space or under the house and will come in this trench and go in my ditch, because my draining or my drainage will go into the ditch. Here again, I will clean this up with the shovel, because this wall is pretty flimsy, so I don't want to break anything. Of course, the building as is sitting on 45 gallons of plastic filled up with concrete, so it won't go anywhere. There's no problem with that. But just the skirt around the building need to be redone, but I don't want to break it anyway, so it will be easier to remove in one piece. Here it seems it's easier to dig. There's a lot of wire, but there's no live wire here, so Max should not have any problem with it. Now that we are, Max removed the asphalt, the pavement, we can see the drop. The pavement was at this level, and you can see all the side of the foundation or the skirt have been all washed off by water, and it was the corner where there was the most water under the house. I'm still working on the foundation and on the footing. I actually just finished cleaning up the footing, so now I'm getting ready to install a coverage, a wood framing, so I can pour some concrete and finally get that thing straight. I will show you what it looks like. If you haven't watched the previous video about my house renovation project, I've mentioned that when my dad made the house, he didn't bother to make a coverage to pour the concrete into it to make a good solid footing for the foundation. He just took the backhoe and dug a trench in the dirt and just pour the concrete in there. So this is the result. Like 30 years later, there is also some part missing, and it is a supporting corner here because I've installed a beam inside recently, so now I need to make this corner way stronger than it is at the moment. And as you can see, all the joint in the block are cracked as well, so I will need to fix that as well, but I will concentrate on the footing for now because it is I need to start with the base and then going upward. But as you can see, I just cleaned up with the broom, with some tools and with the broom. So now I will make a good coverage, and after that I will do a final cleanup with the jet spray just before pouring some good concrete on it. So as you can see, it's almost look like it's rock on the side of the ocean, heated by the water, but no, it's just very bad poor concrete. So I will have to make a good footing from that. And as you can see, here's a little wider, so it will be easier just to pour some concrete straight, so it will be less work here, but for the front section here, it will be kind of a big job because I will mix the concrete with a small mixer, because if I order a full truck I will have way too much concrete. So it's the reason why I will do it with a small mixer with the help of Bob, if Bob wants to do it, but I'm sure he will. So stay tuned because I will update you as soon as my coverage will be done or on the way to almost be done. Okay guys, I'm ready for tomorrow for pouring the concrete into my coverage for the footing. Here I just have a small section, and obviously I won't be able to unload or to drop from the wheelbarrow directly into the coverage. So what I will do, I made a ramp on both sides of the house. I will let the wheelbarrow here, and from here I will just fill up all this thing with a square shovel or maybe a bucket. I don't know, I will see what works better. But as you can see, there's still a little puddle here because I spray washed all the footing, so there is no dirt, there's no mud hidden in small corners of that ugly footing. So now that it's all clean, the concrete will have a good grip to the old footing, and it will kind of be way more solid than it is at the moment, and the look will be much better, and it will be way easier to install my blue skin on a square level footing. So here is the second ramp to go on the front section of the house. So here again I washed the footing with the spray washer. I have a little bend at the other hand there, but it's not a big deal. It won't affect the structure of the footing itself. And after everything will be poured and cured, I will have a strong footing to waterproof the foundation. Here I have kind of a kink. I don't need to go that far, it's simply because I want to put that thing level. So if obviously by doing that some of the concrete will go overboard, so by doing it this way it will be wider, but at least I will be able to make it leveled. And here for the small section, I have just a 2x8. It will be good enough to wheelbarrow my concrete on this side of the house. Here I fill all the surrounding of my exhaust pipe that's going to the septic tank with gravel, so it will not be as compressed as it was with clay. So here again, I will just make the corner. I won't go under that section of the house because it's way too hard to go there and there's no water going there anyway. And I will start my drain right where I stopped digging. So for the small amount of water that might go under the house that far, it will go directly into the drain pipe instead of staying there, going on the footing and going in the house. So I'm ready to pour that footing and continue with the build because I'm stalling on that thing. It's been like 3 weeks since I asked Maxim to dig this trench so I can work on the foundation itself. So I can't wait to get rid of that thing, at least fixing the foundation, because installing the drain, the rocks and all that stuff will be fast. It's just a matter of spreading all that thing and make sure the drain pipe is level. And after that, I will be able to move forward with the inside part. So stay tuned because tomorrow I'm pouring the concrete footing.